What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Netflix new documentary series, Arnold. Hot damn, brace yourselves for this quintessential Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary. That's right, you may have seen other docus about Arnold in the past, maybe on YouTube, some of them focusing on his bodybuilding days, some of them focusing on his Hollywood years, and perhaps some of them focusing on his political career. But now that he is in his twilight age, here comes Arnold, the docu that puts a spotlight on all three stages of his remarkably impressive life. Love him or hate him, we have to admit that nobody does reinventing quite like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he is the poster boy for you can achieve whatever you put your mind to. Yes, the arrival of this docu coincides with the recent premiere of Arnold's Netflix series Fubar. So yeah, none of this is coincident. But hey, I welcome it. I mean, as a lifelong fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger, this documentary is the ultimate retrospective look back on an immigrant who successfully obtained the American dream. Directed by Leslie Shilcott, this three-part documentary series chronicles Arnold Schwarzenegger's journey from the countryside of Austria to the highest echelons of the American dream. In a series of candid interviews, Schwarzenegger, his friends, his foes, his co stars, and observers cover everything from his days pumping iron to his triumphs in Hollywood, his time governing the state of California, and both the joys and the turbulence of his family life in a tale that matches his larger than life persona. A lot of us, when we want to reinvent ourselves, it's usually because things don't work out with our current life condition. So we have to change things up, otherwise, we're broke. But when Arnold wants to reinvent himself, it's usually because he has reached the mountaintop of success. So he's bored and he wants a new challenge. So that's the difference between us and Arnold. It's fitting that this docu comes in three parts, appropriately titled Athlete, Actor, and American. All start with the letter A, just like the name Arnold. Simple and straight to the point, but each part takes an hour long, so get ready to sit your ass down for a while because this docu not only chronicles every detail, every person, every event in those segments of Arnold's life, but it also showcases Arnold in the present day, relaxing and enjoying the fruits of his labor. If you've been a fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger for years, then a lot of the information on this docu may not be news to you, but it does add an extra layer to it with Arnold himself telling those stories to you. And he gets brutally honest, including about his extramarital affair, which credit to him for being upfront about it. He also speaks about fire in the belly and having a vision and realizing that vision. I mean, at times, this docu Arnold does feel like you're listening to a TED talk. There's something motivational and inspiring about how he got from point A to point B. And what I take away from it is that Arnold re emphasizes the old truth that it is the who you know world out there. You could have the diligence and the persistence and the physique and the biggest, craziest dream. But if you're not willing to network with people and if you don't have the right connections, then you are not getting anywhere, buddy. For my fellow movie aficionados, you will love part two because it shows his Hollywood rivalry with Sly and a bunch of talking heads like James Cameron giving you behind the scenes insight into Arnold. Episode 2 is for the movie fans, giving you montages after montages that make you want to revisit those classic Arnold action films. But it's part 3 that kind of changes my perspective a little bit about Arnold. You see, I live in California, and I remember when Arnold was our governor, and all I remember from those years were his political failures. But watching part 3 makes me realize that perhaps he wasn't such a bad governor after all. Sure, environmental legislations were a low hanging fruit, and he didn't push for universal health care or anything that could improve the economic lives of Californians. But some of his bipartisan political techniques were pretty savvy. I mean, I still disagree with Arnold politically, especially his weird admiration for Ronald Reagan. But Arnold is not a Trumpian. He's not QAnon. He's not an evangelical nut job. So, hey, credit where credit is due. So, yeah, overall, I give Arnold documentary series the rating of 4 out of 5. This only goes to show that Arnold Schwarzenegger is set to leave behind an incredible legacy. So that's it. That's my review of Arnold. Smash that like button. Share this video with everyone you know. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Let's rock this.